screensaver. Bet you weren't expecting this. So today's going to be a little bit different. Let me make sure, because last time I went live, how you doing, Trey Spectors? Last time I went live, I was having camera issues, and I did not know it until it was too late. Not too late, but late into the live. So today's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be drawing today and talking about my father. You're not going to really see me. This is my layout. This is all you're pretty much going to be seeing. I'm going to do a charcoal drawing. This is day one. I'm going to see. Let me see. I have to do a certain amount of lives, and I think I have to be. I think I have to have an account for like 30 days before I can go live on TikTok. So until then, this is what I'm still going to be doing my politics stuff for sure. But every couple of days, this is what I'm going to be doing. So I got my paper here. I'm actually set up. Oh, I can't move it. Right. I'm set up on an easel. Pretty good size easel. Got my cans and paper. I'm ready to go. Can't really see that. I had to adjust this different camera so I can do this. I'm going to be starting. I got my tools ready. Put these up here. I'm going to show you people a different side. Where is my, let's do that. Got my eraser. Number one, number two. This is going to be, I'm using charcoal. This is number two. I may start sketching with a pencil. I doubt it though. I think I'm going to go straight into charcoal. This is number six. Number six. Number six. I got everything ready. Let's see. If you don't draw, there are certain things you need, especially when you're doing charcoal. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm using today. This is a number 4B. 2B. All right, I think I'm ready. That's everything. I may use white, but I don't think I'm going to even get near using white today. This is going to be all charcoal. Let's see. I don't need any of these. I don't need a sharpener. I need an X-Acto knife to sharpen. No. I think that's it. This is, no, that's way too dark. Way too dark. I'm going through, I have used the same crayon box since, I want to say, when did Space Jam come out? Anybody know when Space Jam came out? That is how long I've had this box. And I know that because I immediately went and got this. Ooh, clear. Ooh, that's a good one. All this junk. All right. So I've been using this box since the movie came out. Look at how beat up that thing is. That's an old lunchbox. I use it for my pencils. So what I'm using today, if anybody draws here, you'll know. If you're using charcoal, there's a couple things you need. Obviously, I'm using pencils. I have one piece of vine, but I'm not going to use it. I got this is what I'm going to sketch with to start. And when I actually start drawing, I'm going to use charcoal. So this is a 2B. This is a 4B. This is a 6B. This is a clear. I don't know if anybody's ever used that, but that's really cool. I might, well, it won't be today because this is going to take a couple of days to do this drawing. This is a 5B white. Actually, it's not 5B, it's just white. This is 558 white. And then this is another 2B. I keep them all sharpened. I have a sharpener. It's really hard to use a regular sharpener with charcoal because it just eats up the blades eat up your charcoal. So what I'm going to be doing is, let's see, I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and then just shave away like that. Other things you must have. This is an eraser. It's called a kneaded eraser. It looks dirty, but you can just literally keep doing this and it cleans. That's what I'm going to be using to erase. I got a couple of them here. 2 of them. Another one. I got my eraser, which will help me later. I won't be doing much erasing right now. That's more for sharp lines. And I got this bad boy. Will help me keep my. This is another way to sharpen your. This is another way to sharpen, especially with charcoal. It makes it much easier. And you do this, and it sharpens your charcoal. This is called a stump. Cool thing about this is you can pretty much do a whole drawing with this bad boy. All it does is it smears the charcoal that you're using. Let me throw this away. Why is this here? I don't even know why I brought this upstairs. I don't need this. So the drawing I'm doing today is of my father, who passed away a couple weeks ago. And I wanted to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I wish I would have done it sooner, but I wasn't able to. I gotta get motivated. Here's another stump that I'll be using. This is a smaller one for sharper lines. Now all these are is it's paper and it's rolled, it's coiled up. And then as you use it, well, actually I don't want to do that right now. As you use it, you just keep peeling it and peeling it and peeling it, and it keeps it clean. But it's literally, let's see, you can see it's hollow, and it's called a stump. And this is a thicker one. This is not hollow, but it still can peel. I just don't. Man, I'm not gonna do that. I should have another one here, but oh yeah, here's another one. 2 more. All different sizes. They help me with the lines. There's another small one, and then there's another small one. So I'll be using those. I'm going to start out really light. And when I do portraits, I draw them the exact same way every time. Well, how did these get over here? I always start with, for whatever reason, their left eye. Or their right eye, but on my left. So I will be starting with the eye here. We'll start with the outline, the shape of the head, and then that'll help me gauge where I'm going to put the eyes, where I'm going to put the nose, where I'm going to do the mouth. I have a reference picture. Let me see. Can I pull it up? Just so you guys know what I'm doing, and you know, be like, what the hell is this guy doing? Image file. I think I can pull this up. This is what it will look like when I'm done. That's what the drawing is going to be. It's going to obviously be charcoal. It's not going to be color. I could do it in color, but that'll take a really long time. And I don't have enough color pencils for that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to what I'm doing. And why did it just, there you go. Cool. So I always start out the exact same way. I never, ever go vary, or I never vary how I start. This is going to be a really big drawing. This, I don't even know what size paper this is. It's got to be like 24 by 18 by 24, maybe. I don't know. But it's going to take up this entire sheet, which is huge. And like I said, I will always start the exact same way. I have this right here. Can't really see it. Ah, crap. Never mind. Can't see it. Because it's you could see this. This is what you would normally carry the board by, but I put that there just so I know where it is. So I'm always aware, so I don't accidentally puncture my, actually, let me start the ear down here. And when I really get started, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on tonight. Maybe I'll probably get like an hour and just run my mouth. If anybody wants to hit the link though, today I'm not gonna be talking about politics. I'm just gonna be doing this today. And I've always wanted to do this one. My brother took this picture about how many years ago it was. He took it a while back, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good one." And I don't know. I have to be in the mood to draw, and I just, for whatever reason, haven't been in the mood. And I don't know. Like I said, I wish I would have started earlier, but I didn't. And here we are. We're here. This is for the first. This is going to be a very large drawing. Normal 8.5 by 11. Do I have a piece of paper? No, I don't have it. Let me see. Yeah, so this is an 18. This is bigger than 18 by 24. Oh wow. This is normally what I'll use. So this is way bigger than 18 by 24. So I don't even know what size this is. I might have something old in here. So you guys know what this is going to end up looking like. This is the kind of work I do. It's sideways, obviously. But this is the normal kind of work I do. So the finished product will not look like this. That's a self-portrait. Some of you know what I look like. The finished product won't look like this because this is pencil and graphite. The one I'm doing right now is going to be charcoal, but it's going to have a different feel to it. Let's see. I was looking for a regular 8.5, just so you guys can see. The normal sheet of paper is about this big, so this thing is huge. I want to catch most of it on here if I can. Man, I was trying to get it centered. Well, we'll just keep it on. You guys might not see the outline, but I got to determine where I want the middle of the face to be. Let's do that. And he's rounded here. I need, and my favorite thing to draw is eyes. That's when I get into the eyes is to me, that's the coolest part of any drawing. Let me pull this over here. This is in the way. All right. And then when I go here. So I was blessed enough to be in Chicago when my father passed. This is not wide enough. I need to come further over here. And we knew he was. My father was getting older. He was 88 years old when he passed away. This was in October, and we knew that it was getting close. And my brother and I decided to take a trip out. He's in Phoenix. I used to live in Phoenix, and I am in Houston now. So we took the trip, and it was a great trip because we got to be there the night he passed. We were there actually a couple days before, but we were there the night he passed, and it was just good to be there because I think an issue that people have when somebody passes is they wish they could have seen them more. They wish they could have visited. They wish they could have taken different calls. Being there was very good for me. Very good. And I didn't know my brother was having issues, so he actually did the same. And when we went out there, it was very therapeutic. I know this is pretty light. That's the point because it's going to be charcoal really soon, and it's kind of big too. But what I'm doing right now is just so I can get my own bearings on where it's going to be. So you're not really going to be able to see much, unfortunately. Let me align this ear here and this ear here. Right, so now I'm stepping back. But yeah, once I start the charcoal, you'll be able to actually see some lines. I need to correct anything. Nope. This is good. This is good. This is good. Sorry, I know you can't see anything yet. All right. That's good. All I literally did, I can't really zoom out. I wish I could zoom out. That kind of sucks. All I really did was, actually, let me pull this up. What's up, Lou? What up? What up? Let me, I don't know if I can zoom out and pull it in. So just so you guys can see how I started everything. Let's see. DB, how you doing? What's up, young lady? I didn't know if anybody would be interested in this, but I was going to do it, so I figured might as well hit the live button. So people might be interested, especially if you draw. I like watching people draw because everyone draws differently. I don't need that banner. Can't really see that banner. Can you see that banner? Oh, yeah, I guess you can. Okay, I'll leave it. It won't let me zoom out. I was trying to zoom out so you guys can see how I established what I'm doing and where everything's going to be. Media. No, it's not going to let me do it. Oh, well. No. Huh. I guess I can't. No. My favorite Lou is a guy named Chuck Close. I don't know if you know who that is. I went to the same school as a guy named Alex Ross, who's a crazy life drawing dude. I went to the American Academy of Art for a while, and he went there also. And his work was all over the hallways. The school's no longer there. My goal was like, okay, he can get his stuff up there. I'm definitely going to get my stuff up there. And I ended up finally getting some pieces up on the walls and the hallways of the school. And all they do is use that kind of stuff for to draw new students, and like, oh look, you can learn to do this. And it's cool seeing your work up there, and it's really cool seeing people walk past and stop and look at your stuff. All right, it's time already. I'm gonna start the eye. First eye. I always start the same way. And again, you're not gonna see much until I start getting the charcoal. All I'm doing is lining up where where I'm gonna actually draw. I'm not doing this to capture anything. It looks it really is though. Hold on, let me see. You've seen some good artists, yeah. There's a ton of good artists out there, dude. Let's see. So you can at least see where I'm at so far. You can kind of see there. That's a little bit better. I'm doing it so light. This is too small. I'm doing it so light, it's gonna be hard to see anyway. But at least this is gonna cover it. I'm gonna make this bigger. And when you guys, well, I just showed. Yeah. So if you didn't see the reference picture, Lou, it's oh yeah, you didn't see it. Okay. So I showed it a little when I first started. It's my father. And it's a really cool picture of my father. And he well, you know, he passed away a few weeks ago. I know you know. I'm not capturing any of this stuff like dark. I can't, because you can't mix pencil and charcoal together, which is why I have to do this really light, because the consistencies don't work together. Graphite and which is what most pencils are made of, and graphite and charcoal don't go together well. Charcoal will kind of slide off of it, and you'll see the lines underneath. It's not good. It's not good. But yeah, so it's a paint, not a painting. It's a photo portrait that my brother did when my father was staying with him for, I think he went out there for like a month. Stayed with my brother in Phoenix. I'm just trying to get the spacing right. This is not going to be easy. What up, El Capono? We're going to go all the way over here. I'm going to put this further back. What up, Wabitude Network? No politics today, man. No politics today. It's safe to come in here. Let's. So yeah, so people who just came in, I'm doing a portrait of my father. I might put the reference back up. This is what I'm doing right now. It's gonna be charcoal though. It's not gonna be color. If I was to do color, it would be oh look, I was able to zoom out. If I was gonna do color, it would be what up, G Will? If I was gonna do color, it would be Prismacolor color pencils. There's a really cool technique that I use in coloring. Let me see if I have it. And let me see. And it I can literally capture this in color. I just know it's going to take forever, and I don't want to do that. That'll take forever. But I can capture that with Barrel Prismacolor coloring pencils. But I like doing charcoal because I have a couple tricks that I like doing in it. I have always loved doing charcoal. Something you may know, Lou, El Capono, you draw. That's cool. So something you guys may know, you should always have the top eyelid darker than the bottom. I don't care what you're looking at. Same thing with the top lip should always be darker than the bottom lip. I don't know why. It just works, and it has always worked. It has been working since the days of Michelangelo. That's just what it is. And if you don't do that, your picture will always look a little off. And I used to try to help people in my art classes, and let them know the only thing wrong is you see lines. If you do like portrait art or any kind of fine arts, you should not see lines at all. Lines are here to guide me to draw the picture. But if you look at a human being, you don't see lines. You'll see indentations and different gradients, but you will not see a line on a human being's face. It's not what it is. The lines are just here to guide us and to capture what we really want to do. You said most real lives have a grid. I can tell you. Oh no. I don't like doing the grids. I don't like erasing. The only thing I'm erasing is a mistake. I don't do grids at all. I just eyeball it, man. And I because I have my reference picture, I won't need that. I gotta get the spacing right though. So his nose is kind of wide, and it overlaps this eye. But once I get done with this, I'll probably post it on IG. I don't know. I might post it on IG. That's a private. My IG is private, so everybody ain't on there, but my family can see because my brother's he draws too. He's more of a comic book artist. He does really good work, really good. And he's like, "Oh, I want to see this one when you're done." So it's like, all right, I guess I have to do it now. I was procrastinating. I've been procrastinating on this one for a long time. And if I make any mistakes with the pencil, that's the good part about doing this so light. It doesn't matter. The charcoal's going to go right over it anyway. I try not to do too much shading. The only reason I use shading while I'm sketching out like this is so it helps me do the spacing. Uh, but yeah, people who use grids, there's nothing wrong with using grids. I just, like I said, I don't like erasing, and it for me, I don't even know why I don't like it. I just never have liked doing it. They taught us how to do it that way, but I've never got into using the grids. And if you don't know what he's talking about, people will do a line here to line the eyes up, and this line helps them keep the spacing here, and it also helps keep the nose proportion and then the mouth and all that. Uh, I don't know, for whatever reason, I've never liked doing that. Um, I just I don't know. My father actually taught me how to sketch when I was really young. I didn't even know he could draw, and I was doing a drawing. I was doing lines, hard lines. He's the one who taught me that you're not going to see a line in a drawing. Um, oh, she does. She draws too. That's cool. I didn't know that. Um, but once he said that, it all clicked, and then I understood. I don't know why. It just made perfect sense. He said, "Where do you see a line? Show me a picture of a human being, and you see a line." I'm like, oh, I guess contour lines are only there. Like when you see somebody, a contour line is an outline. You'll only see people do that to harshen their image and bring it out so that we can see it. But you're not going to see it. That's how people can recognize art. Is the lines, how many lines people do. But what I was talking about earlier, Lou, Chuck Close, you should look that guy up. That dude is crazy. He does massive, massive, massive pieces. Like I want to say bigger than my studio wall. He does pieces that are like massive, like 20 foot by 30 foot. And he's got some that are a little bit smaller than that too, but they're just huge. It's really dark under here. But what he does, so he used to do portrait art like this. I mean, he still does portrait art, but what he does is he uses shapes. So if you step back from where he's drawing, you'll see like it looks perfect. I've never seen anybody do portrait art like he does. But when you get the closer you get, you'll see he'll use all squares or all circles or all other images. It's really interesting stuff. I first saw him when I was in Chicago. Um, it was at the Art Institute. He had yeah, at the Art Institute he had an exhibit, and that's where I first got introduced to him. I'm like, holy crap, this dude is man. And then I've been obsessed with his stuff ever since. Mm, I'm just looking at my spacing. This needs to come further down. Actually, no, it's good. This one needs to go further up. I need this to be the bottom. But yeah, when he taught me how to draw, I don't remember what grade I was in, but he saw me drawing the lines, and then he just grabbed the pencil and sketched out Muhammad Ali, full body sketch, and he did it so fast. I'm like, what the? Like I said, I didn't even know he could draw. Me and my brothers always drew, and I didn't know, I still don't know if you could pass that down. Maybe you can pass down the eye, the ability to see things and then capture it. But when he did that Muhammad Ali sketch, I was like, oh, hell, no way. Ain't no way. New York. What kind of championship, New York? What championship? New York World Championship. We got some people from New York in here. We go be clowning them. This is a hard line. All right, this one's this way, so there's one more here. So you guys can't see it, but actually I'm getting this pretty quick. Oh, jeez, the mix. Let's see, top lip. If you ever want to do any kind of life drawing, this is not centered. Let's do here. Top lip has to be darker. No, this is too, this is off. That's off. Normally I don't erase, but that's going to keep throwing me off if I leave it there. I'm not really in front of this. Let me see. What is, I'll come further out here. Just doing that so I remember how far to come out. Here, pupil's gonna go here. So this has to be here. Okay, that's good. Haven't won anything in so long. The Knicks aren't bad. They're not bad. I may have to, I'm gonna fake. So this is where the, oh, I can't use it. Well, I can kind of use the stump. This is what the stump does. It just shades. I'm using this to fake the mustache. So I don't have to try and draw it. This comes out far. Lou, you do any life drawing or you just stick with like the graphic type of stuff? All right. Ronald Jones. Wow. What up, Ronald? The algorithm is here. Why are you here of all places? You're not gonna get what you're looking for here, man. I don't do that stuff. All right. I'm bowling this out. This is not what it's gonna look like. I need the shape. I need the shape. This is my father, Ronald. I just need the shape. His corners come out past his nose. This is what I'm drawing, man. This is what I'm drawing. Used to. How you forget how to know how to draw? You can't forget this, man. It's the same thing. It doesn't change. This kind of drawing, your technique should never, well, I won't say it should never change. Once you get something down decent, it shouldn't really change much. I might be too high. I think I'm too high. I'm gonna come down. I'm coming down. I'm coming down here, right here. That's the only problem with eyeballing it, not using a grid. Yeah, that's better. So you used to know how to draw. How do you forget? I don't understand that. Because even if you don't draw for a long time, you can't really forget because the fundamentals don't change. I've gone years without drawing, come right back, and it's like I never stopped. My last real drawing, I was doing one like this. I might redo that one once I get that TikTok up. I have 30 days before they'll let me go live. Oh, you still be able to draw, man. That's not something that just goes away. Stone carving, that's cool. I used to do sculptures, claymation. That's fun. It's time consuming, but it's fun. Yeah, it's gonna be charcoal. It's gonna be charcoal. I don't have the time to color this. But if I was to do color, it would be pastel or barrel Prismacolor. All right. This is gonna go here. I'll probably be done with this one before that. Well, I'll definitely be done with this one before I can go live on TikTok. I didn't know you had to wait 30 days. My intention was today to just start. I just started a TikTok channel. I was just going to start by doing this and then run my mouth and then see if Oh God, I gotta come down more. Damn, I gotta come down more. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the claymation used to be fun doing stop motion and then just keep capturing it. Um, and then move it, capture it, move it, capture. I did a really cool one of a dude dunking. My teacher said I was crazy to try it, but I figured out how to do it. I think I might be ready to actually start drawing. Come on here. And then here come out this no. So yeah, this man taught me everything. He taught me how to draw. He taught me how to fight. He was the Golden Gloves boxer in the Air Force, and he taught me the very, very fundamentals of punching. And my dumb self went straight to school and hit somebody. So he said you could break your knuckles if you keep your closed fists. So in a street fight, you don't want to ball up your fists. So he showed me a palm strike, but I still was using the technique of this would take a couple hours, but I don't know how long it's going to take because I'm not over it and I'm not going to go straight through. I'm going to be doing this like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Ronald, I got a lot of stuff. It's on IG, but you ain't getting on my IG. No disrespect, man. My IG's more. There's more of my personal life on there, and you know how that sector is. I'm not over there. I'm over there to troll people. I'm not over there to share any of my personal business. This is not right. I'm gonna have to redo this. I'm gonna have to redo this later, but the spacing's right, but the size isn't right. I'll fix this. I'll fix that. I'm gonna have to fix that. But it's not right. It's gonna bother me. Nah, I don't care. All right, I'm starting to draw. 2B, 2B, 2B. So you see a number on a charcoal pencil. That's how soft it is. So 2B is harder and it's lighter. So that's what I'm starting with today. The higher number up you get to 8B, it's really soft, which means you can make your lines way darker. But like I said, what I was telling the people who were in here earlier, with charcoal, you can get really good dark lines. That's where you'll start seeing like the actual detail. This mouth is gonna bother me. It's really gonna bother me. All right, yeah, I'll fix it later. I don't wanna stop everything and start that all over. But charcoal is where you get you can get really, your contrast can change everything. So with charcoal, that's about as dark as you're gonna get. Graphite can't do it. Graphite will get you a silver feel to it. You cannot get black with graphite. Just can't. It's the lining up. So the reason why I do Ronald, the reason why I did this with the mustache is so I can line this up, but I'm gonna have to redo it. You just have to look at the spacing. So my teacher actually taught me this. If you take your pencil and do this to the picture, that'll teach you your proportions with your actual drawing. So this should be the same space as with him, with it as his eyes, and then from here, this should be the same size. That's how I get my proportions. I've always done it the same way. And then from there, you can build out the nose and then get your darks in. And then the spacing down here is funky, but do the space first. Just do the shading, and then you'll get the mouth. The mouth, I won't have an issue with it. It's just going to annoy me because I'm going to keep looking down at it, and it's going to bother me. It's really going to bother me, and I'm really picky when it comes to that kind of stuff. So it's gonna drive me crazy. But I'm gonna fight through it, and I'm gonna ignore it as much as I can. I can remember that now. So yeah, see, I'm telling you, man, you can't forget. You just haven't done it. So if you were doing it, you would remember it. So we're about to start. When I start with the eyes, I capture everything in the eyes, every detail, because to me, the drawing can look nothing like the person, but if you can get their eyes, that's it. You got it. It's actually the same thing with voices. If you can get the cadence, you can get the actual the actual feel of the person. And they might not even sound like them, but everyone will recognize them. So when I was teasing you, Ronald, that's I don't really sound just like you, but if I can catch somebody's cadence, I got them. I don't have to sound just like. When I'm like you, I don't have to really sound just like you, but because you do that and it's so recognizable, people are like, "Oh, cool. It sounds just like him." It really doesn't. This is going to be too big. So I'm gonna have to come down with this too. When I do the iris and the pupil, it's you look at the white to gauge how much space you're supposed to have. That's how I know right now mine's already off. Yeah, man, I stopped trolling you a long time ago, man. I don't know if you noticed. I used to mess with you. I stopped doing that. I got there was really no point. I said as many jokes as I could say. So when we were doing those voices, I wasn't really well, no, there was a couple of people I was going at, but you weren't one of them. I was just teasing you, man. I don't really have an issue. I learned to not do that. You ain't got me blocked. So that's good to know. When you were telling people I was antagonizing, you're like, oh, come on, Ronald. Come on, Ronald. You can't say that. You're a troll. You know better. You can't tell me I'm antagonizing you, man. He said you ignore me. I know you saw me though, because every now and then you get mad and then hit the link. What is he talking in the chat? I always do my the area that's gonna stay white. I just do a circle, so I know not to touch it. No, not yet. I'm just getting my proportions. I always get detail with the eyes though. So I will be right now. Yes, the eyes will be getting detailed. That's going to be the only thing that's detailed. It's going to be the eyes. Everything else I still got to work out. It's going to take a while, but this is going to be as close to that photo as I can get it. So what helps me, it looks like I'm getting detail, but I'm really not, because you're going to see I'm going to use the stump and go right over it right now. I'm just trying to get this. There we go. All right. So that's what the stump's for, to help with the shading. That's these little things. What kind of artwork did you do, Ronald? Was it like this, or was it like cartoon type of stuff? Oh, hair is nothing. Yeah, I could do hair. Because hair is it's all shading. When I get to the mustache, that's gonna look cool. It's so I think people overthink. They overthink that kind of stuff. That's the easiest part with the hair. It's just shading. Let me use the big one. I have to bring this down more. The stump, all it does is smear the charcoal around, and it allows you to not have to do as much filling in, because it smears it for you. It spreads it out. That's why I was saying earlier, like, a lot of it doesn't matter. None of that really matters. Really, anything with a pencil, that's cool. I've done some pretty cool stuff with pencils. If you like pencil drawing, you should try using graphite, because you can get darker. Graphite is awesome, dude. So I'm just doing this to get my spacing still. All I'm doing is lining everything up. And the cool thing with using the stump is you can still smear stuff and get it. There's no, you really can't mess up. Well, I guess you can't mess up, but it's hard to mess up when you're using one of these because it's just smearing. It's not doing anything. I have a, no, I don't. Oh, you do grids? No, man, I'm just looking. I have this. I just have this on a screen right next to where I'm drawing, man. I'm just eyeballing it. Yeah. I don't like erasing. That's what I was telling who else? I think it was Lou. He was talking about the grid too. I don't do the grid. Alright. So this area is going to be light, so I just do like this, so I know not to go in there when I'm doing my shading. And again, all I'm doing is getting my distances between everything. I'm not doing any kind of real detail. If it looks like that, it's not. I don't know how long I'll be on here. I almost went away, or not went away, but I almost decided not to do it just because I thought I was going on TikTok. As soon as it said I can't go live, I was like, ah, man. My wife said I should just do it anyway. So I was like, I wanted to do this one on TikTok. I know some people on there. I've never had a TikTok before, so I just opened it up. That was my mistake. I should have looked into it. I should have known there were rules. But whatever, man. Whatever. So this is already off. I have to bring this in. Again, this is a good thing about the stump. I can literally just smear over my lines and correct where I'm wrong. This is where the eye should be. And I know this because when I'm looking at my picture, I'm just looking at the whites, the white areas here and the white area here. That's how I can tell the iris is too. It's not right. And this should be flatter here. If you don't get the eyes right, the picture will not look. It won't look real. It won't look not real. It won't look. It won't look like whoever you're trying to get. I'm killing this line just so I don't keep it there. All right, that's better. That's all right. That's all right. I'm doing that. All right, G. Will. Sorry, no politics. That Candace Owens thing is gonna be good though. I don't know if you saw that. That was amazing. I'll be talking about that. All right. Back to 2B. I'm gonna have to get the eyebrows right too. Dang, you look almost asleep. I have to lower this way down. Way down. Oh, so what I was saying is when he taught me to punch, when he showed me this part doesn't scar, this part doesn't break. I mean, he showed me how to punch, but he told me don't do it in a street fight. So he showed me to hit people like this. I don't remember what grade I was in. Well, I was really young though. First thing I did was go to school and try it on some poor kid's face. I felt so bad. I didn't think like his nose just poof burst. I'm like, dang. I felt so bad. And I was cool with him. I didn't really have an issue. I just wanted to see if that would work. His nose was jacked, dude. That poor kid's face turned. He was a white boy too. His face turned like blue, yellow, like over the next few days. I don't even think I told my father that. Did I tell him? Yeah, I don't think I got in trouble. I said it was an accident, and he said it was an accident, so I ain't get in trouble. But yeah, I hit that boy. It wasn't even that hard. Man, if you ever hit somebody like that, you'd be surprised how much damage you can do. It's crazy how fast it just poof, blood everywhere. I was like, oh shit, that's not good. But he was cool. He didn't tell. He ain't no snitch. I was like, man, what? Because it was technically, well, no, not technically. I was gonna say technically it was an accident, but it really wasn't. I knew what I was doing. I just didn't mean for it to do that kind of damage. All right, so I'm getting rid of the lines. Like I told you guys earlier, you should not see lines. Smear them lines out. No human being has lines on their face. Those are there just to guide us. It's all shades. It's all how dark something is or how light something is. There are no lines on a human being's face. Even what looks like a line is just a different color or a different shade. Gotta get rid of all the lines. Smear them away. When I start using my eraser, that'll help. All right, so this is the darkest part on his head besides his eyes, right here. That's probably where I got them bags from. Also, for like El Capone, if you don't know, this should always be lighter. And here should always, always, always be lighter. Even if it's not on the picture, over here by the tear duct should always be lighter. Always. That's just the rules. Top eyelid has to be dark. The darkest light has to be light, or the bottom has to be lighter. Tear duct has to be lighter in here. It's just the rule. Top lip has to be darker than the bottom, or it will not work. It just won't. I think I can come down to here. Where is this? Yeah. Leave that space. Don't. I don't even sketch in the areas where I'm going to do white, just because you have to erase it and it won't get as white as it was before you started drawing. So I just leave it. I try to avoid touching it. All right. That's all right. This side's darker, so there's no white over here, so I can color that in. Not color, but shade that in. I don't, because it ain't gonna be as light as the rest of it anyway. And then when you go back in is when you use the darker pencil. So like I said, right now I'm still on 2B. Once I get to 6B and 8B, that's when you're doing like the final color, filling in, not coloring, but filling in. Oh, like how it needs to come up more. And the cool thing about you use a kneaded eraser, Il Capono. This is the coolest thing about these. I can literally get rid of this line just by dabbing this and lighten the whole thing up. You don't have to smear it or anything. And you can lighten up the whole bottom. Sorry, the big head's in the way. You just dab it and it picks up the charcoal and it gets rid of any kind of harshness. You can lift up that way. All right. I got my whole. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's not bad. All right. Still bothered. I'm still bothered by this. And because I'm gonna go in dark later, there's really when you use a stump, it's really hard to mess up. It's really hard. The only place you can really mess up is covering the white areas that you want to keep. because it's much harder to erase a white area. Um, I think that's good. I'm just getting more spacing down here. This ain't how the nose is gonna look. I just need to get the shape and the space. Details don't really matter. All right. This on him. Now, some people got far spacing between their eyes, but his is almost perfectly to the next eye. So right here is where the next eye should be start. Oh man, that's a white one. Damn it. From the corner of his eye to the corner of his eye is the same distance from the corner of that eye to the corner of this eye. Too high. I shouldn't be doing this with charcoal. I should be doing this with the pencil, but hopefully I don't mess it up. This eye looks like it's almost halfway shut. Not a fan. Not a fan. Get back to the stump anyway. Stepping back, sorry. Stepping back so I can look at it. All right. It's not that off, but it's off enough that it's going to bother me. Oh no. I'm going a little bit darker just so I can fill this in. This doesn't go much past the eye. This is the eyebrow. I'm going to go down like this. All right. This is the darkest part of his eyebrow right here, and then this is the second darkest part. I never found the art sector, Lou. If you're still in here, who goes live doing this? That's something I would be interested in watching. I've learned a lot of things watching some of these people. There's this Asian dude on Instagram. This has nothing to do with like the actual drawing, but he can match any color. That is crazy when I seen him do that. Like paint. You give him anything and he can match the color right there in front of you. It's the craziest. I've never seen somebody's eye be that good. He just eyeballs it, and then he mixes the colors together. And first try, it looks perfect. I mean, it doesn't sound as cool now that I'm saying it, but to see it, I was like, "Damn, that's cool." I used to do graffiti too, so you learn how to blend with spray paint, and it's not easy. So to see this dude eyeball it and do it, I was just amazed. I went down a rabbit hole looking up like how that's possible and what he does. I mean, car paint too. That's just crazy. He was doing pearl, like he did a pearl paint. Like, how the hell does this dude do that? I've never seen nothing like that. Never. You said you start this way and go this way. The reason why I always started going this way, so I don't put my hand on it after I get what I want on this side, especially with charcoal. You can't. You got to be careful with that. And I don't like putting tape. So tape will work when like putting because I'll have to do it with this one because I'm not doing all of this today. So tape will work, but it'll leave like the hard lines from where the tape was. It's really hard to avoid that. So I've always started this way. This whole half will be done as I work this way, and then I don't have to put my hand on it. Because even now, I already got charcoal on it. That's just from this. Because charcoal is a little, well, it is. It's a lot messier than. Let me see. Let me get this done real quick. A lot messier than pencil. Graphite is pretty messy too. You can smear that real good though. You can actually use a stump with graphite. That's cool. I just don't like the silver look. I don't care for the silver look with graphite. But you can do some really good contrasting with graphite. Though. That's not. It's got its pros and its cons. You can do some really cool detail because the graphite pencils are you can get them so much sharper than you can charcoal. I gotta hold this. The cool thing about this picture is it's blurred all the way around the edges. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. I like figuring out how to do certain things that I've never done, and the image is literally blurred right here. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. I did a drawing of um it was Red Man, and his hair was wild, and I had to figure out how to do that. So me, it kind of made it exciting. I waited until that was the last thing I did, so I had a chance to just ruin the whole drawing, but it came out really cool. It came out really cool. It was actually it was like a skull cap. And I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but we'll deal with it when we get there. It worked. It came out really good. I had a couple of his. I did a couple of Red Man. He's a really cool person to draw because he's got crazy features. Crazy features. Um, harsh. Uh, I have to use this still. Dang, I wanted to switch over, but I can't really. All right, so from the eyebrow, it's very narrow here. It's going to go straight down here. So this ear is actually going to end up coming in, but and then this is just hair. And everything over here is going to be blurred. That's going to be cool. I got to figure that out. I don't have there's it's like a lamb skin that you can use to help smear. I don't see where mine's at. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. I went to Michael's today. When Sis went to Michael's the other day, I was like, oh, he reminded me actually that I needed to go to Michael's to get this paper because all the paper I had is been in the garage for so long. I can't use that. So he actually reminded me that I needed to go, and then I ended up going today. I should have went that day, but It don't matter now because I couldn't go live on TikTok regardless. All right, so there's some shading here, not a lot. And then there's the white area, and it's going to come down like this, and then it's going to get harsh about here. It's really short. I guess it's right. We'll see. The top one is harsh. The second one is not as harsh. Yeah, those looks are definitely gonna. They're still bothering me. The damn looks are still bothering. They said you work backwards. Well, if you're lefty, you're not working backwards. But yeah, if you're right hand, I mean, there's really no. I've seen people who start with the mouth. I'm like, how the hell do you work your way up? So it really is all preference. Some people, they just see it differently. I'm gonna go real dark right here. I need 6. I need 6. That's gonna be real dark. Right. Yeah. This is like the darkest thing on this drawing is going to be right here. So it don't hurt to just do it. So I know where it is. That's my marker on the eye. I do not want to lose that. Oh, that's interesting. There's another one right here. We've got 2. And here 2. Big heads on the screen. Sorry. I ain't trying to cover it. 6B will get dark. That's like my favorite. Out of all mediums, painting, drawing, the 6B charcoal is, you're going to get your contrast. And then some. Because I'm going to go back in and keep redoing it until it's like perfect. I can go lighter. I'm going to mess with this eye for a while until I get it perfect. It may not look like I'm not doing anything, but I am. This is going to go higher. That's good. 4B. 4B, where are you? I had a 4B. Yeah. All right. This is what I was saying earlier, where these lines didn't really matter, but when you start going dark, it matters. It really matters. I wasn't worried about messing up there. I'm more worried about messing up here. That's good. This can be harsh, but the other can't. No, I can't use that. Two B. I need to sharpen this back. What up, old school? What's up, man? I gotta sharpen this. Something different, man. Not doing politics today. I'm just playing with something that I should have done a long time ago. I was supposed to do a long time ago. Up in. This can be sharp. This can be as hard as I want. This mouth is driving me crazy. I really want to just blow it up, but I need to do it in order. I'm very not neurotic. I'm very not ritualistic. I don't know what you call it. I have to do everything the exact same way every time. So I will literally suffer and look at this mouth being off until I have to go there. I will literally, for me, it's suffering. For normal people, it's not really suffering. But I'm so anal about that kind of stuff, Paul. I just can't not go in the exact same order. Otherwise, I've thrown away full drawings because I would go out of order, trying to not do it the way I've always done it, and I throw it away. I've had teachers yell at me. Why would you throw that away? I went out of order. It looked good, but it went out of order. I will always know it was out of order, so I got to start over. All right. We are ready to go here. So this tear duct comes down first. And then this one comes over. That's clear. Yeah, I messed up. Well, I didn't mess up yet. Almost messed up. But because I'm so neurotic, I think that's what helps me make sure I get it right. I won't stop. I'll start the whole damn thing over if I have to. But to avoid that, it's got to be right the first time. This is here. This is here. It can't be as dark. Smoothing that out so you guys can't see the lines. All lines have to go. This will be one of the last things I do. I'm just doing this so I know where it's going to be. It's the highlight on the bottom eyelid. It ain't going to look just like that, but everything I'm doing is just to space the stuff out so I won't forget or lose where I am in the drawing. That's why I love this thing. You can mess it up. You can mess up a line and just smear it away anyway. If you ever do, even with pencils, if you don't have a stump, you should try it. It's game changing. They don't cost. It's like $4. It's not bad. Not bad. Where's the two? Two. There it is. This one. And then as I'm doing more details, I'm gonna use the smaller stumps to smear. This one is literally just to get the big shaded areas, and then the more detail, the smaller the stumps got to be, so you can get really, 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 really good detail. It's almost like redrawing over it. Oh yeah, it's unique. What's unique about it? I don't know, because this is the only way I've ever done it. I had a teacher who was this chick was a master, dude. Her name is Luann Burkhart. I have never. This woman did a micro drawing with. It looked like a photograph, but the picture was smaller than a 4x6. It was crazy, full detail. It was a full portrait. I learned so much from that old lady. I don't know what happened to her. I'm gonna have to look her up. That woman was bad. She had an art studio downtown Chicago. Well, not really down. Well, it was kind of downtown. It was over on Grand Avenue, and it was like an outdoor art studio. And she invited me there once, and I was like, I don't know this lady. But when I got there, it was like heaven, man. It was crazy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork. She had all her stuff there. I don't know if she's still alive. She was kind of old. This was a long time ago. I would love to find her artwork. They closed my old school down, American Academy of Art in Chicago, and I really wanted some of Alex Ross's work. I originally called because I had some work that was up there. I was trying to get that, but they said they gave it all away. I said, "Oh hell, you didn't even sell it?" Nope, gave it all away. Could have did I say Alex Ross? Yeah, Alex Ross. You could have had like original Alex Ross artwork. This is the dude who did Kingdom Come, the comic. I don't know if you guys probably don't know about comics, but Kingdom Come is a masterpiece DC comic. It's a Shazam against everybody. Superman, all of them, Batman, they all had to figure out how to do the how to approach Captain Marvel because he was hypnotized. Man, that comic was crazy. But Alex Ross did all of the artwork for. Oh, you do all the line work first? No, man, I just get the spacing. This mouth is driving me crazy. Ignore this mouth. Without the mouth, it actually looks pretty good so far. I just use shading to get my spacing before I start doing any line. I don't do any line work until till all the shading is going to be done, and then I'm gonna go in with my 6B and my 4B pencil or color pencil or not color pencil, charcoal pencil. But until then, it's just this. I just do all shading nonstop, and that may be my hate for lines is why I don't do it your way because I've seen a lot of people do that. I don't know how you guys can look at all those lines. It drives me crazy. There's weird things that bother me. Lines is one of them. It drives me crazy. I just want to grab one of these and just do this across the drawing. So I gotta stay away from people's artwork. But yeah, all the shading is for me. Like I said, it just helps me space everything. It's not really important. I mean, it's important obviously, but I'm not doing it like to finish. For me, I start with all the shading and I finish with the lines. See this finger? I broke this finger playing basketball. It never healed right. This thing been broke for 20 years. This is from, I tore my bicep. Got this one here, this one here. I got more up to my shoulder. My bicep went right up into my shoulder and tore my shoulder up. It rolled into it. This is all from fighting, dude. All these scars. You probably can't see them. Every knuckle's got scars on them. Nothing but scars. So if you see all that nonsense, ignore it. My hands are jacked. All right. So, my two? Yeah, it's my two. This has to be past his eyeball, has to come here. So you do the lines first, and then what, you fill in between the lines? That's interesting. I can't do that. And it's not just because I hate seeing the lines, but I have to get rid of the lines. Like, I have to get rid of them as fast as possible. Man, that mouth is driving me crazy. I'm not in here. I'm just getting the shape that I want. Did you go to art school, Lou? I went to a couple different art schools. I went to the Art Institute in Chicago. I went to Columbia College in Chicago, and I went to the American Academy of Art in Chicago. And then I went to the Art Institute in Santa Monica, California. I was supposed to work for DreamWorks Animation. That was a crazy time in my life, dude. I was in Chicago trying to get out of there, and I went to Glendale, California when the movie Shrek came out. Actually, it was right before the movie Shrek. They were working on the movie Shrek, and I called and asked them what it takes to be an animator for their company, because DreamWorks was brand new back then. They were brand new, and I went. They were saying, "Oh, if you have a really good portfolio, are you in town?" I said, "Yep." I was in Chicago. I was like, "Yep, I'm in town." They're like, "Well, when can you do a tour?" I was like, "Anytime." I brought my 2 sketchbooks. So they weren't even like real drawings, but they had all my graffiti and stuff in them. And I went and they interviewed me on the spot. And the only issue they had is that I needed a degree, which made no sense, and to this day makes no sense. But back then, you had to have a degree to do anything. So I literally got on a plane, flew to California just for that. And it turned out being an interview with DreamWorks Animation. That's good. That's good. Let me go up here. So I went to school. Oh, that was bad. You guys probably can't see what I just did there. That's bad. I went back to Chicago, lived out the lease that I was on at the time, and then my cousin was living in Orange County, California. So I ended up going out there. He was in San Diego first, and then he had a crazy home in a place called Laguna Beach. It does not get nicer. That was like the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Actually, it wasn't Laguna Beach, it was Laguna Niguel, which is even nicer. And I moved out there with him. And I just worked, saved money, went up to Glendale again. And I went, what the hell's going on? Oh, no, what is going on? Why is it doing that? I ended up moving to LA, hood. And I went to school at the Art Institute of California in Santa Monica. I don't think that's there anymore either. by the time I got out of school, which was, I only had like a year and a half left, they stopped hiring people like full time and they went straight to what do you call it? Independent contracting. And all of my teachers got the jobs. So all they do is they just hire you back for every project so that they don't have to pay you 40 hours a week. And that's what they were doing. So I had to find other stuff to do. I still should have went back though, just for storyboarding. I don't know what this one is. Why did I make that line? Okay, yeah. So I should have been working for DreamWorks Animation, but crazy stuff happens, man. Crazy stuff happens. I wanted to do storyboard art, but that's where I learned how to do all the like claymation sculpting, all that stuff. Sculpting is fun. You said you did concrete. I did what was that called? It was like plaster. But you got to be so careful with plaster because it's so brittle. I did some really nice. I did a date of Michelangelo's David with plaster, and it was really good, dude. I mean, I don't like most of my work. I find something wrong with everything, but that was amazing, dude. I'm so proud of it. I don't know what happened to that damn thing. I wish I still had it because it was great. It looked like something you would buy. Like it looked like it was made by a machine. It was so perfect. That's one of my favorite things I ever did. What time is it? 11:30. I got a little bit longer. I ain't tired. All here is gonna be shading. All here is gonna be shading. You do the lines first. Do you do all the line, like the whole face with lines? I mean, I guess with graphics that makes more sense. Definitely can't do this with graphics. Definitely can't do how I'm doing it. You can do it, but you can't do it how I'm doing it with graphics. Because you need harsh contour lines. And then you just fill it in. And most of that's done with computers now. And I remember when Photoshop came out. Maybe not the first one, but that was when I was in school. They were teaching that. That's how old I am. And they were like, yeah, you can do anything with this. And they're still doing that. They're still using Photoshop. All right, I gotta be careful here. I don't want to mess this up. Harsh. Too harsh? Nope, not too harsh. Got it good. It's got to curl under this way. Okay, so this has to line up with this. So this can go here. Straight. I talk to myself when I'm doing these. Down. This has to be this thick here, so all shading. How harsh can this be? It doesn't matter. This is one of the darkest things on the whole drawing. So I got to keep this line so I don't lose it. I almost lost it messing around. Can't lose that line. It's hard to get a line back when we do too much shading because it's got to stay light. If I do, if I fill it in too dark, it'll stand out even when the full drawing's done. You guys might not see it, but I would see it now. It would bother me. There's very few pictures that I've done that I like because I get caught up in all these details. All right, so I need to come up here and get more shading in this way. I try to keep this area as light as possible because that's just how I've always done it. I don't have a reason for it. I just do. This one, a curl, a light curl. Come back up. So yeah, man, we got to visit him before he passed. We were there the 2 days before. We were talking to him. What's up, Aunt? We were talking to him, and I'm so blessed to have been able to go up there when he passed because we were there. It's rare that you're able to be somewhere like that. It's been like that last time. It was awesome, man. It was awesome. It helped me. It definitely helped me cope. If I didn't go, I probably would have been mad at myself for a long time. Like, you should have went, could have went. You chose not to go. I would have beat myself up. Lazy, stupid. I would have really beat myself up. What prevents smearing? Oh, the lines. But I thought you do graphics, so you really can't smear. Let's go this way. You really can't smear. Or you're talking about when you're drawing? Never mind. Ignore me. That was dumb. That was dumb. Okay, I need a sharp 6. I need a sharp 6. And a sheet of paper under your drawing. Oh yeah. I don't have to worry about that because I'm coming this way. You got to worry about that because you go this way. You just smear it all over your stuff. What's funny is when people who draw are so ritualistic, you could change. You should probably change, but you probably still won't do it just because that's how you've always done it. Let me get this first circle in. But especially if they told you, "Hey, man, you're doing it backwards." Yep, That's why. So I won't say you shade back. Well, you draw backwards. But most people don't do it this way. They don't shade first. I do all my shading before I capture any kind of detail. So in that sense, you're traditional. Let me step back. Sorry. Okay, that's not bad. This needs to come out. No, that's good. Yeah, first try. Here with this one. All right. All right, I'm gonna come back over here now. I just wanted to get my line in so I can come across through the brow. We good. Well, so far, I'm not mad at it. Usually by now, I did something dumb. I think this is still bothering me, but that's not important yet. But usually by now, I've done something that makes me mad. And I usually stop when I get mad. Because then I get really over analytical. Need to keep this here. I can't overshade here. Not yet. It won't matter after I capture all this, but right now, It's too early. Way too early. I used to be able to do like a full portrait in like 2-3 hours. I talked about that on my on one of my lives. I did a drawing for a radio station in Chicago called Q101. You guys probably had him in well, I don't know if you listened to him, but in Detroit, a dude named Man Cow. I did a drawing for him. That's where I learned I can actually make money doing this. I was like, oh, yeah. I still don't remember the exact number. It was like between 15 and 20,000 for two drawings. I was like, are you serious? You gonna pay me? And those were small, dude. Those were real small. I got paid a lot of money for those. Paid for school. That's what enabled me to move out to California. It was cool, man. But that's also what got me into politics, because they were political drawings. I think you would enjoy doing it this way, man. Just because you don't have to worry about smearing those lines. You ain't got no line. They're just placeholders. With a graphic, it's not going to work though. Like, I mean, you know that. It's dark. Big head. Sorry. Got more of a point. I don't have to do any final lines. You know what's funny? Even if I wasn't live, I'd be talking. That's why I was like, I might as well go live. I'm be talking to myself anyway. Not like instruction wise. I'd probably be listening to some rap. I can't do that on YouTube, obviously. I'll be listening to some Tribe Called Quest or something like some De La Soul got a new album that's really good. Really good. I make playlists with my music, so I threw that stuff right on my playlist. I have one with all the native tongues. No. I can't draw straight flat. When I was setting it up, my wife said the same thing. She was like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna be flat." No. This is an easel. That's an easel. Hold on. I can't do that. This is sitting right in front of me. But nah, man, it's an easel. I can't draw flat anymore. I used to try to draw flat. My proportions would always be off. And I've drawn like this ever since first year in college, when I went to American Academy of Art, when we started doing portraits, and the model would stand on the other side, and I never had issues with proportions after that. But when it was flat, I would always have issues with proportions for some reason. I don't know. I can't even say why. I never thought Ronald could draw. I'd like to see some of his stuff. See what kind of stuff he drew. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. Need this to be dark. Okay, this has to be clean. Hey man, that Nas album is good, dude. He got a new album. It's with Primo. Man, he's got some really good songs on there. The world needs Nas. I get them alerts on Apple Music when something comes out. I said, "Oh hell yeah!" I listened to it. There's only one song that I didn't put on my playlist. Everything else is on. I got a Nas playlist, all greatest hits. That was amazing, dude. When somebody like that can just keep going and still, I mean, young kids probably don't really listen to him, but dudes, if they, I don't know. My daughter listens to straight up hip hop. She listens to everything, but I got her into hip hop. The youngest daughter, she knows all the greats. She knows more than a lot of people in our age group. I got her some. I didn't get her. My brother, he can make shoes, and her favorite artist is Method Man, and he made her some Wu-Tang shoes. Man, they're dope. They are so cool, dude. And I got her those for her 24th birthday or 23rd. 23rd. Yeah, it was the year of Jordan, I think. And yeah, she loves them shoes. But they got the Wu Tang logo on the back. He made them like the Travis Scott. So he flipped the Nike. Swore he cut it out, flipped it. Man, them shoes are crazy, crazy. She actually wore them when we were at my father's funeral. Everybody's like, "What are those?" Like literally, like trying to figure out. I've never seen those. Yeah, because my brother made them, and he's like, "No, I made those." They're like, "You could do that?" Mm-hmm. Them shoes are crazy. You probably sell them things. All right. This is all mustache. This doesn't have to be done yet. That's going to be good for detail, though. No, no wonder. It's a 6. Why is it going so dark? I was using a 6B doing this here. What? Oh, damn it. Because it's 4. I'm like, why is it so dark? It should be that dark. Not that soon. Yeah. It's weird drawing without music. I ain't trying to get in trouble from YouTube. I think I might be done for the night. Not done with the drawing. Nowhere near done with the drawing. But I'll probably do day 2. What's the day? Tuesday, probably Thursday. I really want to do a political live tomorrow if I can. All right. If I ignore this mouth, I'm really happy with this so far. Just ignoring that. I can't. Yeah, I'm enjoying this one. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So far, so good. Like I said earlier, I usually get mad by now because I did something stupid, but I'm not mad. I ain't mad at all. I thought I had Vine charcoal. The Vine charcoal is real thin, real brittle charcoal. It's almost like it. I think it was already like, I don't know how they processed it, but it's very thin, and it allows you to. That's normally what I would do the outline with, not with a pencil. Is with Vine, because it just, you could literally do this and you can get it off the paper. I may. Oh, it's gonna get there, man. I'm telling you. It's gonna take a while because I'm gonna keep going over it and over it and over and over it. But it's gonna get there. It'll get there. I'm happy with it. Like I said, I'm not usually happy with where I am. We're like an hour or two in. What are we? Yeah, almost 2 hours in. I'm usually mad by now, ready to throw it away. But I haven't done anything to make myself mad, so I haven't gone out of sequence. None of that. And you probably can't see the detail because I'm getting in there with some good. I don't know. I can't go any darker than this. It's getting there, man. It's getting there. This can come straight. I don't have to fake that. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of gray in there. Trying not to do too much shading on the eyebrows because I'm gonna do a lot of white in there. You got a lot of gray. A lot of gray in there. So the more white that's gonna be in there, I gotta leave it open so I can get detail. Because I'm using it. I use the eraser for most of the detail. Most of it, not all of it, most of it. And I erase away the black or the grays. All right. Actually, I can just come over this. Hmm. Real dark right here. I may have to restart with this eye or move the eye over. Hold on. No, it's right. Maybe a little bit over. But if I put these lines, it'll probably look better. It'll probably. Yeah, okay. That's another thing I do is I start second guessing it, even though I know I measured it out right. And I'll second guess it because I didn't do like the eyelids or something like that, and it just looks off. I can't do that. I'm not gonna overcorrect and then ruin everything. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. This one could be higher. I think I might be done for the night, peoples. I can't believe people were interested in watching this. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'd have been talking anyway. Might as well go live and do that. Straight. This one here is dark, real dark. Straight line. Man, something crazy happened over here yesterday. And this is not an area, like, this is not a bad area. Somehow 3 pit bulls got out, like right by my house, right by my house. And we have like a wetlands behind our community. A lot of wildlife back there. And 3 pit bulls got out and killed a dude and mauled his wife and his I don't know how old his baby girl was, but I want to say she was like a toddler. And them things killed dude. Crazy. Ain't nothing like that ever happened over here. That's why I moved over here. Some fool had pit bulls that they clearly hadn't trained. That's messed up, man. Messed up. Switch to graphics because of my business. I can produce more artwork. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But people now, like, you can I didn't know how much in demand like this kind of stuff is. Because I just figured it's so much easier to use AI, and there's AI that can actually do synthetic art that looks really good, looks like it's drawn. It creates flaws. So I didn't realize until people found out at work that I can draw, and they started asking me. I'm like, nah. I gotta want to draw what I'm drawing. I can't be drawing your grandma. I ain't know that lady. I'm not gonna capture her. I can capture a lot in the eyes. I've done a lot of work, but it's so long ago for people. But I don't know. I like to feel it. If I'm gonna draw it, I need to know the person. I try to capture the person. I don't know. I'm not the type. I just really can't. It's got to be on my time. That's another thing. People get antsy, and then they and people. I used to charge only like $150 to $200 just to draw like this, like a face shot, and people would be asking for like the world. Like, can you do it in color? Man, you color gonna be a lot more. It's gonna take more time. But people just they know it's what it's worth because they're willing to pay, but people are just cheap. That's our people though. That ain't everybody. Because I've gotten paid really well from other people. Hey, can you draw me? Yeah. How much you charge? And that's nothing. Like $200 for, and you're gonna get real. Like you're gonna get. So what they don't know is it doesn't take me long to draw, but they don't know that. You getting real work, man. I'm not one of these caricature artists at Disney. You're gonna get real work, but they'll still, man, you know how we are. You know how we are. They'll have. I'm getting the money up front, and I'll give you the time frame. It will be done in that time frame, but nah, we ain't gonna be negotiating after I'm done. People are horrible with that, man. I ain't trying to talk about our people, but black people, when it comes to that kind of stuff, man, they think they should get it cheap. I'm like, why? I did it. You ain't do it. It looks like it's 2 hours, man. 2 hours and 5 seconds. I'm gonna continue this probably Thursday. I'm going camping again. We went camping this weekend, man. God, I love camping. Outside. I think that's the artist in me. Every night I go out there and look at it's pitch black. We go camping in the woods on a lake. out here in Texas. And you can see every single star out there. Dude. It's, yeah. I'm gonna do this and I'm done. I appreciate you guys though. Like I said, I didn't think anybody would want to watch this, but my wife said people would. So I guess she was right. Because I still got 9 people in here. That's really cool, man. Really cool. Really cool. It's yeah, you never know, man. You never know who's interested in stuff like this till you try it. So I guess I just learned something. Yeah, man. Next time you get the urge to draw, try just doing all the shading first. It's so much easier. So much easier. And then go back in and do the detail. And then you're not working around your detail because the detail's important. You're gonna lose it during the shading. If you're drawing like this, if you do graphics, obviously, like you said, it's like a coloring book. You gotta have outlines. Let me bring some of this up. Bring some of this up. But yeah, so I'll come back Thursday and work on this. And if people are interested, they'll be here. That's really, really, really interest. It's humbling. There's 9 people watching me do this. That's pretty cool. I'll sharpen that up next time. But yeah, man, we getting there. We getting there. That's what we're doing. That's how we're gonna end. When I'm done, that's what this is going to look like. And Lou, I think you're really gonna like how I do my details. I think you're gonna see pores. You're gonna see every little blemish. I got a really high resolution picture. Every little mole, because he was 88 years old when he passed. This picture was probably taken when he was like 86. So the more detail in somebody's face as they're older, it's really cool to capture, especially in the eyes. Man, there's so much. When I'm done with the eyes, there's so much wisdom that you're gonna see because I knew him. That's my father. So I can't even describe it. I just know how to capture him. And if it don't look like him, I'm gonna know because I saw the man every single for my whole life. So I know how to capture people that I know. It's like I said earlier, it's real similar to when you do voices. You can catch a cadence, and you know the person, you can do them better because you know their patterns and you know the stuff that they say. Which is why I was able to catch a lot of people in that voice battle. I watched them all for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. 5 years. Some of them had came later, but like Lou, I could do you, man. So if we have another voice battle, you will be in it. I'm not gonna clown you or anything, but it'll be funny. It's like when I did Vince. It was funny and I didn't have to clown him or anything. It was just funny. But yeah, I got you down, dude. Lou, who else do I got? Who else in here? Anybody? Ronald, obviously. Who didn't I do? There's some couple people that I did not do in that voice battle that I saved some. All right, man. I'm done for the night. I'm happy with where we are. I'm really happy with where we are so far. So far, so good. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Not bad. So yeah, when we get into the details, I'll let you know when I'm going live. By the end of the next live, this part here will be done, and then I'll probably maybe some of this. Then I'll start the line, like doing line work, really, which is just contrast, dark lights and darks, and then I'll start getting more and more and more and more and more into the details, and just keep going over it and over it and over it and over it. He ain't have much hair. He's like me, so up here it'll look good because I'm gonna use the eraser for that too. But anyway, hey, I appreciate all of you. 11 people. That is so cool, man. So cool. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Miss Letitia. Appreciate you. The Drop Queen came to stop by. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I will be coming back to work on this some more. Um, Ignore this because that's driving me crazy. But like I said, that was more for spacing. And I'm done. Thank you all. Lou, appreciate you. Miss Letitia, thank you for stopping by. Drop Queen, Drop Queen. Anthony, stop by. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Old school, first come, first serve. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. G Will, he's sleep, but thank you anyway. Il Capono, appreciate you. Even Ronald Jones, I appreciate you, man. I really do. I ain't messing with you, man. I'm done with all that. Well, with you, I ain't messing with you. There's other people it will never end. It will never end until I get an apology. And even then I might not. Sis was in here. Thanks, man. Dizzy, I don't know who that is. Oh, that was a troll. That was a troll. Oh, no, that wasn't a troll. That was that was on Twitch. I'm like, who was that? I don't know that person. I said G Will already. Miss Holly Favorite, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you too. As always, I'll see you guys in some chats. Tracepectives, all you guys, you're all awesome. I appreciate you. And I am done. I don't even know what song I came in on. I think it was number 3. Number 3.